Okay guys, so this is the main component of this workout, which is a relatively low intensity minimal equipment workout. The only things you're really going to need for this workout are a chair for some stability and to perform some of the exercises on, and also you need your hand weights, so whether it's your bottles or whether it's your cans, or if you've got dumbbells, then that's great. Okay, so just keep these relatively close to you for as and when you need them. All right. As I've said before, we've got the exercise sheets. You can download these off the website if you want to follow them through. It's got all the exercises listed, and obviously it's got a description of each exercise with it, which is what I talk through on the video. You've got option A and option B on here. So option A is your first option. If you just want to stick with all the option A's and do the 11 exercises, then that's fine. If you want to add in option B to make things a little bit more difficult, then that's also up to you. It's your workout at the end of the day. Just making sure that you're thinking about your RPE and your breathing throughout. So you don't want to be going over your sort of 12 to 13, 14 maximum, but try and avoid that if you can. Okay, so as always, making sure that you're feeling okay during the workout. If at any point you start to feel faint, dizzy, any pain, stop immediately. Okay, and then just cease the exercise for the day. Making sure you've got anything like your GTN to hand if you need it. Making sure you've got a drink, and making sure that you're nicely ventilated in the room that you're doing your workout, and you're adequately clothed as well. All right, the first exercise, which is marching on the spot. Okay, so I'm just going to march on the spot for 2 minutes, or 1 to 2 minutes, okay, because you're already nice and warm. You should already be feeling at around about 11 on your RPE scale. Okay, so you're just marching on the spot for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so this is your option A. Okay, so your first exercise is your marching on the spot, with option A being just this, marching as you would do in class in your warm-up. Alright, if you want to add in the arms a little bit more, just to make it a bit more challenging, then you can, but this is still option A. Okay, so we're going to be going for about 1 to 2 minutes, just keeping your heart rate up and keeping that blood flowing around your body. Chest nice and high, shoulders nice and relaxed, and posture nice and tall. Okay, so option B here, we're going to add in a cross arm. Okay, so that arm crossovers, so crossing the arms in front of you as you're marching. Okay, so we're going to do that 10 to 12 times on each arm. Okay, so you're going to do 24 in total if you're doing the maximum. Okay, so keeping your tempo, keeping the arms out, try not to let them drop. Okay, you want to keep nice and level with shoulder height. Okay, you should start to feel a little bit of a burn in this section of your shoulders and your upper arm. Okay, it's lovely. So exercise 2 is a knee touch and then an extension round. So you're going to go in a diagonal manner, so you're going to come down, touch your knee, go up to touch the sky. Okay, so that's your motion. All right, you're going to do 10 to 12 on each side. So starting off with whichever side you want to first, reaching up, not overextending, not arching your back, just making sure that you're coming down, touch your knee, slight bend in the opposite leg, and touching up diagonally. So do 2 more of those, and then we'll swap to the other side. Okay, so march that out, get yourself into position, and then again with the opposite leg, so you're coming down, up, diagonally. Okay, so this is your knee touch up into the air. Okay, so knee to ceiling. All right, you do 5 more reps. This is option A. Okay, so 3 more. Okay, so option B, just keep marching on the spot whilst I'm talking you through. Option B, to make your exercise harder, you can lift your knee and do the same motion but with your knee. So I'll just demonstrate it for you. So you're coming up, knee, and then twist, knee, and then twist. Okay, now if you're a little bit unstable, you can hold on to a chair. Okay, you can just do the action and then cross your arm like that. Okay, if you need that for stability, but obviously hands together, knee up, knee up. Okay, so we do 12 on each side. Make sure you do the other side. Make it even and balanced. So 10 to 12 on each side, or as many as you can. We do 2 more, and then you'll swap sides. So get yourself repositioned, bring your knee up and then over to the side, reaching up to the ceiling. So it's like a diagonal knee raise, if that makes sense. So again, do 10 to 12 on each side, or as many as you can. And this is your option B. Okay, 3 more. 2 and 3. Okay, and back to a march. Now, your third exercise is a chest fly into a shoulder press. So chest flies, you want your palms facing each other and bring yourself into a fist. Take your arms out and then straight up into a shoulder press and back down. Okay, so this is your chest fly into a shoulder press. Keep in marching the whole time if you can. If you don't want to, then you just do chest fly into a shoulder press. Okay, but keep marching if you can, because it'll help make the workout more efficient. Okay, so we do 10 to 12 reps, or as many as you can for how you're feeling today. Remember, thinking about your RPE, you don't want to be going above a 13 to 14, so try and stay around 12 to 13 throughout your exercise if you can. Okay, so this is option A. Option B is using your hand weights. Okay, so if you've got them, you can grab some hand weights. Now, taking the hand weights across your body and then up, up. So same motion as before. Okay, we're just adding in a little bit more resistance. Bring in your march when you feel comfortable with doing the actual chest and shoulder raise. Okay, again, we're doing 10 to 12 reps. This is where you're going to start to feel your arms burning a little bit. That's normal, but if you need to stop or if you need to drop the weight, then that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more before we go into exercise 4. Okay, right, so popping these away so you don't fall over them. Okay, so exercise 4 is called a step back and a reach. Okay, so I'll just show you what I mean. So we're going to step back with one leg and reach forwards with the opposite leg. Okay, so that's your motion. All right, what I want you to do with both arms. Okay, so we're doing 10 to 12 repetitions. You don't have to go down low, you can just step and pull. Okay, so reach forward and pull back. If you want to go a bit further, then you can, whatever feels comfortable. Okay, so this is your option A. So you do 10 to 12 reps of one leg, then you swap legs. So you're just stepping back as much as you can. If I'm a bit wobbly, that's because I'm on my bad knee. Okay, 10 to 12 reps, reach and pull back. Okay, a few more. And this is your option A. Okay, option B, to make it a little bit harder, you can take your leg further back, more into a lunge position if you want to. Okay, so again, arms are out in front, reaching, and then you're stepping back up. So you're having more of a lunge effect on the leg, front of your leg, and your glute is going to be feeling this. Okay, so 10 to 12 on each leg. And then you're swapping sides, so go down, reaching. Remember, go as low as you can. If you want to stick with option A, which is that one, that's absolutely fine. Okay, option B, is more sinking down into a lunge. So you're working your legs a bit more. Okay, so marching it out. So exercise 5 is marching front raise into a side lower. So make sure you're not going to hit anything. Okay, so I'm going to come this way a little bit. So we're doing a front raise, so palms down, out in front, out to the side and back down. Okay, so this is the motion. I'm just going to hit the wardrobe as I do that. Okay, palms down. I'm going to do it here just so you can see a little bit better. So you keep marching, up, out and lower back down, up, out and lower back down, up, out and lower back down, keeping your chest nice and high and your back nice and straight as you do it. Okay, so this is your option A. Option B, as you've probably guessed, is grabbing your hand weights, make the exercise a little bit harder. Okay, so we're going to go up, out and down, up, out and down. Okay, so this is your option B, adding in your hand weights, up, out and lower back down. Okay, again doing 10 to 12 reps, making sure they're nice and controlled, chest's nice and high, and you're not going to be using your back as momentum, so we don't want to see this. Okay, none of that. And just up, out and down. Okay, pop your hand weights away. Right, your next one, you're going to need a chair. The next few exercises you're going to need a chair actually. Okay, so I'm going to put it side on just so you can see what I'm doing. So your first one is a squat holding onto the chair, so make sure your chair is nice and high. Okay, it's not too high, it's not too low. So you want something around hip height if you've got it. You can use a chair, you can use a worktop, it's absolutely fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your feet slightly further than hip width apart. Whatever squat feels comfortable to you, you can either go straight down or you can take your feet out to the side and do a deeper squat if you want to. Okay, so you're just going to do squats holding onto the chair, comfortable depth, and then back up. So you're going to aim to do 10 to 12 reps. If you can only do 5, it doesn't matter, it's fine. But what you want to do is keeping your chest nice and high and your back nice and straight, looking forward, not slouching, not looking down, keeping it nice and controlled, back up and breathing. Remember your breathing. Okay, we're going to do 3 more of these, and this is your option A. Okay, option B, as we've done previously, is a squat in front of the chair, and you're going to use the chair as your depth. Okay, so making sure you're far enough away, arms out in front, and you're going to come down, touch the chair and back, down, touch the chair and back. Okay, just making sure chest is nice and high and your back's nice and straight. So aim to do 10 to 12 reps if you can. If you can't, that's absolutely fine. Okay, I think I'm halfway. I'll just do a few more. So nice and controlled. Try not to sit in the chair because that's more of a sit to stand. Okay, so if you can, just focus on holding it and then pushing up. Use the chair for depth. Okay, and that is your option B. Now your next exercise is a tricep dip with a bent leg. Okay, option A. So I'm going to turn the chair around, guys, so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. All right, so make sure you've got enough space in front of you to extend your legs. Okay, so your tricep dips, taking your weight through your arms. Now you can hold on to the side of your chair or tuck your hands underneath your bum, holding on to the front of the chair. Just make sure that your chair's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to slip anywhere. So you can do a bent legs. So you take your weight, bent legs, lower down and back up, down and back up. Okay, so I would recommend that you push your chair against something that isn't going to move. just so the chair doesn't move as you're performing your dip. So if you can, do your 10 to 12 repetitions. As you can see, back's nice and straight, chest is nice and high as we're doing that. Okay, so that's option A. Option B, we're going to take our legs straight. So rather than having the weight through the bent legs, we're going to have them out straight on the floor. So out in front of us like this. Okay, so making sure the chair's not going to move. Taking the weight wherever you feel comfortable again. I prefer it here, just underneath your bum. Take your bum away, legs nice and straight, and then you're down and up. Okay, so you're going to aim for 10 to 12 reps with that. Okay, remember about your breathing. If you want to at any time, you can come back into your bent legs. Okay, so that's your option B, making it a little bit more difficult for you. Okay, number 8, you don't need your chair now for the next few exercises, so you can get rid of that, and you're going to be doing marching on the spot. Just get your weights ready just in case you want to do option B. Okay, so option A is marching with your arm circles, so taking your palms down and then just circling your arms. So imagine what I said previous videos, imagine you've got a pencil, holding a pencil, and you're circling, drawing a circle on the wall. Okay, so you want to do both arms round in some nice small circles. So you can do 10 to 12 times forwards, and then repeat 10 to 12 times backwards. Okay, so remember, you're drawing circles. If you want to make them bigger, you can. If you want to make them smaller, then that's going to be more difficult. Okay, you'll feel the burn. Okay, to make the exercise harder, option B will be grabbing your hand weights. Okay, doing exactly the same again. So 10 to 12 repetitions. Keep marching all the way throughout. Keep breathing. Think about your RPE. If you feel that you're getting a little bit too high on the scale, then you need to slow it down. Okay, so you do 10 to 12 in front, and then 10 to 12 backwards. Okay, and that is exercise number 8, option B. Okay, option A for number 9. There isn't an option A for 9, 10 and 11. You're just going to do your exercises now. Okay, so you're going to do a standing side leg raise. Now, holding onto a chair for stability, or something for a bit of stability, I want you to stand and do a leg raise. So you're taking your right leg out to the side and then back to centre. Okay, I'm going to show you this way so that you can actually see what I'm doing. So right leg is out and back to centre. So imagine you've got centre line, take your leg out and then back. So you're working side of your bum and then your inner thigh, outer thigh at the same time. If you want to, you can put your hand on your hip just for a bit more balance. Now remember, you need to do the opposite leg as well. Okay, so I'm just going to do it without the chair just to show you. 10 to 12 reps on each side, holding onto the chair. Alright, now to make that exercise easier for you guys, you're just holding onto a chair, you simply do the opposite side, you turn around. Okay, yeah, understand? Lovely. Right, so your option 10, your exercise 10 is a straight leg kickback. So I'm in perfect demo mode here. So what we're doing is we're standing, holding the front of the chair. We're going to have feet hip width apart, and you're just going to extend the leg out. Okay, nice and straight, back in to the centre. So you're going to aim for 10 to 12 reps on each leg. So you're working the back of your bum, your glute, and a bit of hamstrings as well. Okay, once you've done 10 to 12 reps, you can swap legs. As I said, there's no option A or B on these guys, so these are just your leg finishers for this exercise. Okay, so you do 10 to 12 reps. If you did want to add in a little bit more, you could always alternate if you wanted to. Okay, and to make it harder, you could take yourself away from the chair a little bit, but it's entirely up to you. Have a little play around with it, whatever you'd like to do. Okay, so exercise number 11 is a leg crossover. So again, I'm demonstrating it this way for your purposes, but you can hang on this way if you want to. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to hold onto the chair, feet hip width apart, then you're going to take your right leg out and then in front of you. Okay, so you're going out and in, but you're coming across that midline and you're taking your leg up as high as you possibly can, as feels comfortable. Okay, you're going to do 10 to 12 repetitions on each side as well. As I said, in order to do this on the opposite side, you just turn around and perform the same with the opposite leg. Okay, now I'll demonstrate it just from the sides, just so you can see. I'll do it with the opposite leg. So you can come across and back, cross and back, cross and back, and notice that my posture is quite tall, that my chest is high, and I would be normally looking forwards, but obviously I'm talking to you guys. So you do 10 to 12 reps on each leg. Okay, now that is your 11 exercises done. Now, as I said, you can repeat the circuit another 2 to 3 times if you want to add in some progression, or if you just want to do the one set of exercises today, that's absolutely fine, not a problem. 11 exercises is pretty good going. Okay, remember to make sure you're pacing yourself, and obviously think about your RPE as well during the workout, how breathless you feel and how you actually feel, how hard you're working. So 12 to 13, no more than a 14 on your RPE, and any pulmonary patients doing this, make sure you no more than a 4 on your breathing scale, on your Borg scale. Okay, so as I said, you can complete the one circuit, you can go ahead and do your cool down in your separate video, pick either mine or Adrian's, whichever you prefer, and then, as I said, just do your cool down, or if you prefer to do that again, do it another once or twice through, then that's completely fine. You can add progression each week if you want to. Okay guys, well done.